And a very warm welcome to Gordon Bennett TV. I'm Regan Tetlow. This is Ruth Wilson. How are you, Ruth?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Happy
What?
to be here.
Happy to have you here as well. We
it's
really are. What an incredible few hours we have had. I'm sure a lot of you have been watching the action. We've got a packed show for you now this afternoon here from our studio. Let's give you the current standings after 42 hours of flight. Fifth place right now, France 2 on 228 kilometres. Fourth, Great Britain 414 kilometres. Third place, Austria 1 556. Second place, they were leading up to lunchtime, not anymore, Swiss 3 on 633.45 kilometres. And right now, in the lead, Australia with 640.48 kilometres. They are on the ground like a lot of other teams are. Those top five, four of those teams are on the ground. The only one out of those five still flying is France 2. They are taking the lead right now. The chase is on. It is the game of sand. Down in seventh place, Poland 1 on 201 kilometres when I wrote down a few minutes ago. So less than 30 kilometres behind the current leaders, France 2. It's all to play for, Ruth. Exciting race.
Oh, it's fantastic. And the pilots in the baskets now would be really looking at their strategy, hopefully, obviously, sometimes praying that the wind is going in the direction that they have planned, and also making sure they get their rest and their sleep and eating well. But the important thing is the relationship between both the people in the basket. Harmony is important, very important.
We talked, I think last year I interviewed you and we talked about that. Can you imagine if you take off and you have a big argument and you're stuck there for 4 nights?
There's nowhere to go, that's for sure. But I think the secret is to choose your partner, of course, before the race. Yeah. And I know the pilots, and they all have that lovely, which I admire, the need to experience themselves, to challenge. And I think when we go in this race, this amazing Gordon Bennett gas balloon race, which has been going now since 1906, it gives a person the opportunity to get to really know who they are.
The question is, in all these races, has there ever been a relationship which has started in the basket? Two people who were just friends went on a race and landed as lovers?
You'd have to buy my book to read that.
Oh, well, give us a plug for the book. Have you got a book?
No, I'm writing one at the moment, but I'm joking about that. But look, it's a possibility.
Let's have a look at the tracking. Let's see what's going on right now. So we can see your guys, Australia, there they are.
They've done a wonderful job, especially Kif, first flight for him ever in a gas balloon race. So I'm very proud of them, and I know that they've shown a lot of heart. And if only we could do gas ballooning in our country. We're just finding hydrogen there now, so look out. Australia will come on strong in the next 5 years.
All right, well, we look forward to that. You can see that race is on now. France 2 out in the lead. Poland 1 chasing them. We just looked at Australia and Swiss 3 there on the ground, just behind them there. Great Britain on the ground, and we caught up with them a little bit earlier today as they rested after their flight through the night. Great Britain. So we're here with Anne Rich and John Rose, Team GBR. Very good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
So you're just checking out your distance, 414 kilometers, a 22-hour flight. Well done.
Thank you.
How was your flight, guys? Give me a little summary. Start with a takeoff.
Yeah, we had a hectic takeoff. I think you were there. You know,
Yes, I was. I was with you.
Yeah, we had a hectic takeoff, and I think the sand issue. We had quite a bit of a sand issue on the podium, which a load was taken off. Anyway, we were away. We went away okay, and our plan was to go up to 9,000 feet and get the wind going east to sort of Hungary, somewhere like that. But we got up to 9,000 feet, obviously using ballast. Sat there for probably about an hour.
About an hour. Started going the wrong way.
Going actually nowhere. We were thinking, perhaps had a count to the sandbags, and I think we had 24, and thought, that probably won't get us over any high Alps. So we decided then to drop down to, it was about 4,500 feet. And we found this lovely little flow going west. I think, what was it, about 14, 15 knots?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was a good steady flow.
And so we sat with that. We sat with that and had a most pleasant night, hardly using any sound at all, and not knowing where anybody else was. And we were both cursing, saying, we shouldn't have done that. We should have gone straight west and all the rest of it. But I think well, we ended up doing pretty good, pretty well.
Yeah, a respectable flight. And how was the landing, Anne? Was the landing gentle? Was it hard?
The landing was fine. Things did pick up a little bit on the surface as we came into the land, but we had a great field and just popped it down in there, dragged along a little bit and stopped on the track where we'd planned.
We're just missing you off the image there, Anne. If you ask your cameraman just to turn, there we go. We've got Anne back in. There you go. We've got you back on there now. So yeah, so you're landing, John.
We still had our boots off at the time, and we were intended to go through a second night. So as we dropped through the inversion really fast, and then we had to use a couple of bags to stop us hitting the ground, and it was quite quick and unstable on the ground, so it was quite early. And so we were really not to landing, but having counting the sandbags and seeing we had about 6 sandbags left, we thought maybe it's a good idea to land. We weren't prepared for the landing.
What time was it, John? What time was the landing?
The landing was about 7:30, 7:20.
7:20, I think we landed. Yeah. 7
p.m. So it was. We could have, we could have gone on a bit longer, but we were thinking about the packing away and so on. So.
And our crew were right there. I mean, they were waiting for us. What more can you ask?
That's absolutely great. What a great! I mean, we try and put the story of the crew across as much as we can, and I think we'll be talking to a few more of the crew as we go out through the day. But it's part of the team for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, our team were great. Everybody, Colin Butter back home, keeping us on track. Yeah, and 2 boys here. It was really good. They were on the field when we landed.
And where are you now, guys? What is your location?
Where are we?
We're in Bois, in the Loire Valley. We had a very comfortable night in a hotel here.
Oh, very nice indeed. And I must say, being a northerner myself, I detect a little bit of a local accent from you. Where are you from?
Yeah, you're right. I'm from Yorkshire. I'm living over the other side of the hill in Derbyshire, but I'm originally from the Home Firth area near Huddersfield.
I know it very well. I'm from Stalybridge, if you know that.
Oh, very nice then. I live near Glossop.
Oh, very good. Well, listen, guys, just what's your plan now for the rest of the morning? Have you got some work to do? Have you got some packing to do? Is everything done?
No, we've got our route planners. Got something planned for us. I think we're stopping in. Where are we going, boys?
We're going to Champagne.
We're going to Champagne Land tonight.
Very good. Well, enjoy your morning. It looks beautiful where you are. Heavy day. And thanks very much for joining us here
in
France this afternoon. We got some great footage through from the Swiss out in the baskets from SUI1 and SUI2. Let's have a look at what they were saying.
You are on board of the SUI1 team, Fribourg Challenge. Okay, we have taken off Friday evening, if I remember well, so we are now Sunday morning, 2 days of flight, very slowly above the France. And then, okay, we are at above 12,000 feet, a bit higher, no, 12,000 feet roughly, and we will continue, isn't it?
Absolutely. We were just abeam the Epinal city, and of course we took some picture of the Epinal city, and we continue the flight during the night and tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, and maybe further and further.
Hello together, second day in the air. Well, actually third day, but second day full. We're looking forward for even tomorrow as the third day being in the air. Nice view, nice weather, nice temperature, almost a little bit too hot. We have fully aligned with our strategy, so it's in the moment really interesting that we almost fly directly on the calculated trajectories, and we will see what that brings at the end. As always, in Gordon Bennett, if the weather is not the limiting factor, duration is actually really important. So what we are doing today is also saving our ballast. So we stay here in 8,500 feet, and we'll hopefully stay here until the evening and then see on how the speed and how the direction is. Next big airport will be Stuttgart, but it looks like we're going to be north of that, so no issue with that. And then maybe the next one will be Vienna. It was nice talking to you. Have a nice day. See you next. Bye bye.
And the view in the basket.
Some great footage there and chats from inside the basket, Ruth. There's not a lot of room, is there?
No, the basket that Tanis and I used last year was 1 metre by 1 metre. So we had slept on the floor, basically, or laid down on the floor, just to make a little bit of clearance for the other person to move around and do what had to be done. But that's why you have to have that great camaraderie. I see it easily with the SUI1 team. I think what they have between them is magic.
Yeah, it seems to be, doesn't it? It's all these teams do seem to have that special combination.
Look, it's just a privilege to be part of this amazing group of explorers, adventurers, people who need to chase that spirit that they have. And I'm just honoured to be part of that community. And the important thing is, it's such, as you know, it's such an amazing story, and what you and the team are doing here, bringing the story to the world, is fabulous. Fabulous.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. It is Gordon Bennett 2019. We've got some great pictures from the Swiss, actually, earlier on of the morning and the afternoon. Let's have a look on the screen there. We've got these beautiful shots. Look at the stars there. The night, whistling through these quite fast. But yeah, that's the Rhine, crossing over the Rhine. But yeah, beautiful images, aren't they? Look at the team there, looking nice and happy.
It's fantastic. I've already shared these images also to all my contacts in Australia, and the response from people who know a little bit about gas ballooning has been amazing. So the SUI1 team are doing a great job, and we're supporting you and your team. It's fantastic.
It really is. It's the Gordon Bennett Coupe du Monde, the World Cup of gas ballooning. It's all about distance, point to point. From here, just over there, the takeoff, landing for the takeoff field, and how far from there you can get point to point. It's not about endurance. It's not about how long you're up there. It's about actual distance. So the teams that started and flew off to the west, well, when the weather changed and they started flying back east, they start losing their distance, start getting back down towards zero. It has been a game of two halves, really. We had the setup beginning before this of the teams just heading out to the west, waiting for the change in the weather. That came during the night, and then the game was on, and that's when the chasing started. With USA 2, we had Caroline and Patrick heading off in the van. Let's catch up with them.
Good morning. From inside the chase vehicle, crew USA 2. Hi. We're on our way to Germany, try to find Andy and John, and we're making a lot of fun here in the van, having Queen on the background.
Hit me where the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me,
And then after that, Ruth, we were in here in the office just outside of the studio preparing for what was going to be the 2 p.m. show, the 2 o'clock show. And then I got a message through on my messenger from Sebastian Eimers up in his Germany 3 balloon, says, we're heading back to Montpellier. He told me he was heading back this way. And that's when it all started to change. Christian from our team said, I can see a balloon. I couldn't see a balloon. He got his big camera. We've got a pic of that here. Look, this is when we were spotted.
Oh, fantastic.
Germany 3. They were just...
Great.
These guys that are in ballooning a lot, they could spot it before I could even see it. It took me about 10 minutes to see the thing.
Oh, Now, it's about feeling also as well as seeing.
Right, so you've got an idea where they might be.
Well, you see it, and then the feeling takes over, and it's about sharing. It's just wonderful. It's fantastic. Yeah, great images.
Well, then Sebastian, it is great images, isn't it? And then Sebastian said, we're going to try and land at the airfield, at the takeoff airfield. And so, well, this is what happened next. All right, welcome to Gordon Bennett TV. We're in the chase vehicle. Hooray! And we're chasing Germany 3. They are right in front of us. We've never before on Gordon Bennett TV been live with a landing. Germany 3, they've been in the air almost 40 hours. Out they went to the west, curved around a big loop, and here they are back almost at the landing field. We just went down to the field to see if they were going to be there from the takeoff field, should I say. And they've what's happening, Mark? They've moved past it? Past the field?
Yeah, they moved past the field just like at the end of the runway, and now I guess they're still flying on and trying to find a good landing field.
Well, if you just joined us, we are live. We are just crossing over a forest right now. Back to the road. Spoke on Mordo.
Hier links, oder?
Auf der Straße bleiben, nein, nicht links. Da hoch.
Hoch.
Nein, gerade da, sorry, da. Es ist schwierig zu lesen, da, also klein und gross. Achtung. Ich sehe den Wald nicht, weißt du, was er drauf hat. Look, Mark, the big picture is this. You go straight ahead here through the forest, and then they are about here.
We've got the position here on the phone.
Yeah. You just, I'll let you do the navigation, I can't do.
So, I don't know if you see the blue point. Yeah. The blue
Don't
point
hear
north of the balloon. That's us chasing the crew of Germany 3. And now we're heading
5
off.
minutes, 4.8 kilometers.
This is exciting stuff. Ingrid Semple says it's incredible organisation, super job, keep go ahead. Thomas Lou gives a thumbs up. Fritz Amos is watching. Fritz is there as well. Roman Birch is following France 2, coming closer to his region from the west. Regards from Paraguay, says Ines. And Sebastian has joined us. Sebastian, we're chasing you, my friend. Can you join the live stream, Sebastian? I don't know if you can do that.
No, I don't
think so.
Sometimes you can, you can invite people to join the live stream.
So
Sand. Dropping sand. This is absolutely amazing.
Okay, let's get back in the car.
Let's go, let's go.
Ich komme jetzt rechts hoch und nachher irgendwo wieder links, gell? Wieder links? Ja, einfach, dass man so... Ich habe das Gefühl, dass er da oben könnte... Ist eine Regression.
Ja, gehen wir rechts vor.
Well, what a shot.
Because there might be some spot up there.
Yeah.
Maybe they will be able to shout down. Here they just pass. That's in front of us.
What over up there?
Irgendwo komme ich da hoch.
Wie lang?
Das ist der
Da ist eine Wiese da oben.
Ja, wie komme ich da? Da habe ich...
Geradeaus weiter, wir müssen nach vorne fahren und dann hoch.
Hier die Karte auf. Kannst du da gerade auf das Lebst?
Natalie says, thanks for filming this. It's so exciting. I've been a hot air balloon chase for 12 years.
Die nächste links, aber noch nicht.
Hier rauf.
Die nächste links, jetzt da oben, ja.
We are 9 people, but we are not a bus.
Jetzt sind wir auf der Quartierstraße.
West Da ist der Sandy so ein bisschen.
There they are.
Hey, do you want a camera here outside?
I think they actually landed.
Yes.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
Die Straße ist neu.
And guys, the chasing vehicle?
Yes.
We are faster.
We're just helping. Wobei der Film ist der raus. Kriegt er. Du machst da Kameras sonst.
Hey, warte. Ja, deine. In die andere Richtung. Dahin. Straße lang, wenn es geht. Straße lang, Straße lang. Geh auf, ganz auf, ganz auf, ganz auf, ganz auf, ganz auf. Zurück und auf, auf, auf. So. Gut. Nichts machen, nur festhalten, so. Nichts machen jetzt, danke. Regan, hi.
Sebastian, brother. Oh, good. How are you, man?
As I always said, we are the fun. You're not the best, but the funniest.
This is probably the best gas ballooning footage ever. Yeah, great stuff out there in the car, chasing around the countryside. That's what it's all about, Ruth. That makes it exciting.
Oh, excitement is the big word around this race. I'm already tuned into the elation that the top three pilots will feel when they finally land, knowing that the belief in the Met or the weather predictions have proved that their strategies worked for them. I find this amazing. It's gambling at its best, really, but fantastic.
It is a big gamble, setting off to the west and then hoping for that easterly wind. Let's have a look at some of the messages coming through on the live stream. Catherine Leron said, "Hello tout le monde, merci pour tout." Well, that means thank you very much for everybody. I'm learning French. Gregory Kaiser, just his message has just disappeared. There he is. Great to be chasing live, says Gregory. Let's go down a little bit. Lucas Andres has joined us on the live stream as well. And Lisa Hernandez Joa has joined us from Montreal. Hello, Lise. That's my girlfriend. Who else have we got down there? Coriento. Let's come down, guys, with the, not up. You go in the wrong direction with the comments there. Want to go down? That's it, yeah. And great to be chasing, says Gregory. Great. So, all good stuff. Ruth, the game is on.
It certainly is. And now we're thinking tonight and possibly through till Tuesday morning. So I've had a little sleep, firstly following the Australian team. And now I have a couple of favourites here, so I'm really following them as well.
You're going to tell us who your favourites are? Come on.
I may not be welcome back next year.
A few people are talking about, it's funny, some people are saying one thing and some people are saying other. This endurance record, we know it's not an endurance race, we know it's a point-to-point distance race, but the endurance as it stands of 92 hours, there's a group of people say, no, that's not going to be broken. There's another group of people saying it will be broken.
Well, that's a possibility. But I think it doesn't matter about the breaking records, because it's changed so much from the early days to now. I flew in 1999, 20 years ago, out in America, and then last year. So to see the difference in the support gear, our electronics, the whole social media, which is stunning what you guys are doing, it's just it's a different energy. And I think anybody who sits or stands in a tiny 1 by 1 meter basket for more than 24 hours, say, are doing really well. But of course, as the longer you go, the more heart or the more belief in what you need to do shines through. And I think it's inspirational, and we need more people to inspire at this time on the planet.
We do.
Definitely.
It's exactly what we need. It is. It's very inspirational, very emotional. Willie Eimers is the number one for amount of times he's done a Gordon Bennett. It was 26. This was his 27th. He said his first was one of the shortest distances. He wanted to finish also on one of the shortest distances. We managed to catch a quick interview on the ground just after that raw one. Let's have a look at what he said. All right, so we're on a little T-junction somewhere in France. We've been chasing these guys for the last nearly 2 hours, well, an hour and a half or whatever it's been.
No, it's not by far not that long. But
Well, don't believe everything you see on TV. We've followed them for a long time. We're here with the landing. We just filmed it. You can see it all on Gordon Bennett TV. Come and join us. First of all, congratulations, 27 races. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you for the help by landing. Very good. It's a little bit simple, not too simple. Okay, we are clear here.
Yeah.
That's the best. Safety is the best. It's the important thing for Gordon Bennett.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Safety first every time. Sebastian, you were watching the live stream.
Yeah, I was watching the live stream of our landing here. You lose something, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So I was watching beside working, and yeah, good landing, very close to the field, but we have to make a decision, and the other decision would be fighting for the third night. No, the third night was good. We had 320 kilo of ballast left. Yeah. And when we were done the third night, maybe we have an idea about the fourth night, and then the fight begins, and safety first, 2 children at home.
We think Regan stay on the field and never do this. Never you see the screen, and I think you must see that ball live. That's why my
yeah,
okay, and that you'll see.
He did it for me. He did it just for us for Gordon Bennett TV. It was absolutely brilliant.
For the best journalist for Gordon Bennett.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you once again, Sebastian.
See you tonight at the bar.
See you tonight at the bar.
And the bar, and safe for other teams. Safe landing. That's an important thing.
Yeah, safe landing, and the chase crews as well, and Max as well back in Dusseldorf with the. With his tracking and with his meteorology as well. Thank you very much for everybody for joining us.
Markus vorher anrufen, bevor wir gelandet sind. Ich habe die Bilder schon drin. Markus anrufen.
We need to call the event director.
Oh yes.
We not will qualification. That's a very disqualification. That's very complicated. We not call Markus before you make a picture. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, there is, as I say in all live production, it's better to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. We'll see you later. Yeah, so there's a great chat with an absolute champion. We do think if the internet was cutting a little bit, don't worry, it's all going to be available to watch afterwards on this page, on the Facebook page, and of course on YouTube. You can keep up to date with all the tracking and all the details on live.gordonbennett.aero. And wow, Ruth, what a day.
Well, a couple of days and then 2 more days to go at least. And then later on the celebration, when that's when it's exciting, when all the teams drive back and arrive, and it's like when people go fishing and they say, I caught a fish this big, it gets bigger and bigger. That's how I see it. People come back and we've all got our stories, and they're just amazing to hear how each person has pushed themselves past their limits sometimes with exhaustion because of the cold or the demanding landing sometimes in difficult positions and spaces, but it's fantastic. And there's a great admiration and camaraderie between the gas ballooning community here in Europe.
Yeah, It really is. Well, we certainly caught a big fish this morning out in the chase car. We'll be back at 6 p.m. Thank you very much, Ruth, for joining us here in the studio, and keep it locked to Gordon Bennett TV.